Here we go. Let's get this Warlock started, shall we? A good old morning Warlock TBC recording. Where at we? Right. The Path of Glory. Let's go hand that bad boy in. I got the Rogue to 61 yesterday. Did a little Hellfire Ramparts with two of my mates. Got that sword, which is pretty good from there. Where is she? That one. Shadowrend Longblade. That should last me a couple of levels. Arsenal got the result we needed yesterday, as I was checking while I was recording. A lovely little 3-0. I won some money off that as well. I put £5 on, I can't remember what it was, like 2 players to score, assist, and 1 to get booked. Oh, bloody hell, it's up there. That came off, so that won like 21 quid. I thought, I'll put this in roulette and try and get it higher. So I got like 54 quid, did 1 spin for 14 and thought, right, I'll just take it at 40. We won't go daft. So I just withdrew it. Funny, when I was younger, there's no way I'd do that. I'd think, well, that's not enough money. And then just either get it massive or just lose it. It's funny, isn't it? When you don't have bills and stuff, you're more frivolous with your money. But you have more chance of winning more. But now that I actually need the money, I take less risks, so I'm less chance of winning big, but also less chance of losing it.
The narrow have not forgotten us.
Speak with.
Be kind to those less fortunate. Greetings.
I'll get that. I can't see me doing any dungeons though. I mean, I might, but I just can't really be bothered. I wonder if we should go into the mine and see if we can get that person. We'll have a little look and see how busy it feels. Because there's a good chance there could be loads on. It's 8:52. I was sort of laying in bed for a while. Obviously, normally I record quite early on a Sunday, don't I? But not today. I wanted to make sure I was well rested. Gym today will be cardio. I'm going to do intervals on the bike. I need to do that more often, really. I've been a bit lazy when it comes to doing that. It's just not as entertaining as doing like weights and mobility exercises or bag work. But it needs to be done though. I'd love to have a good quality bike for my house. So then I could just do it here, but a good quality one costs a lot. I've got one, but it's just terrible. You're never going to be able to get to a decent speed on it. It just doesn't feel smooth as well when you're riding. Oh, I've not got my little buff on. So we could be alright here. We'll let him get those. I got up some more questions again. Would you rather only play retail forever or only play classic forever? We did like some of these will be the same as yesterday, but worded slightly different. We will have some new ones in there as well though. But I decided that if I could only play 2, it would be retail just because that goes forward. But then again, last night I was having a lot of fun playing this classic. And one thing that I actually really liked, which is an obscure thing, was just the fact that I was going back to the main city, Ogma, just to get things like bags and upgrading my gear. Like, just weird things like that I enjoyed. Whereas in retail, you don't really go to the auction house that much to go and get like new stuff. I suppose other people probably do, but I don't ever really feel the need to. Like while leveling, I just feel it's a bit pointless. Whereas on this, it's going to make a massive difference if I'm out and about leveling and I've got better gear. More so on the Rogue, to be fair, than the Warlock. The Warlock can take on quite a few at once, like we saw yesterday, when I took on like 5 at once. I cut that video and made a little short of it. I didn't actually upload it because I thought people would probably just take piss. But I just cut it and put the song reflect Need to Feel Love to the back of it. I might upload it, to be fair, just to this channel, just for a crack. But you can tell that I click and don't keybind from it, because at one point when they're all coming and I'm sort of like going like that. Then again, this channel's not going to get many views for a show, is it? So I might just do it anyway. Big game today, Liverpool City. Come on, Liverpool. If we got 9 points clear, that's almost it done, isn't it, really? 13 games to go, 9 points clear. We'd have to lose at least 3 of them to be level on points. We were right, look. We actually managed to get him quite easily. What else we got? Would you rather be stuck in Outland forever or Northrend? Straight away I was thinking Northrend, but if we think it through, is that still the right answer? Right, danger-wise. I mean, you've got Shatra here as your safety zone. You've got Dalaran for Northrend. Yeah, it'd have to be Northrend, wouldn't it? You got places like Grizzly Hills, which is unbelievable. Would you rather only level through questions or dungeons? We know that, don't we? Quests. You'd have to be mad to do dungeons. Checked YouTube this morning and I seen Cargos online again. In a dungeon on his own. Dungeon grinding. I did 2 yesterday, Ramparts twice. And my mate was like, oh, do you want to do another one? And I was like, nah, that'll do for me. Two's enough. Oh, that's a nice little upgrade. Look at that. More stamina, same intellect, more like, bit of spirit in that as well. See, this is why I didn't bother with the PvP. Like, so much on this. Like, look what we've got. 7,000 honour. Because I could have got some more. And, like, those badges. Because I only got those 3 items. There's not really much point, was there? And we don't want to, like, bore ourselves before we get to 70. Why am I in combat? And then end up not really doing it. Saying that I am mainly playing this for the actual journey. I am not playing it for the end game. This character, that is, anyway. The rogue, slightly different. Because I'm not enjoying leveling that as much as this. Just because I constantly have to be on guard with it being a PvP realm. Like yesterday I was around, I think it was actually here. And a hunter ganked me. I was over there, handing a quest in, and all of a sudden I just got blasted to bits. So I was like, right, add you to kill on sight list. So I went off, did my thing, and came back and heard that little noise that pops up. I thought, where is he? Looking around, and then popped up and killed him. Granted, I could only kill him because he was like, someone else was attacking him. I couldn't have done it on my own. Would you rather have instant queues forever or double loot forever? Instant queues without a shadow of a doubt. Would you rather always play with war mode on or never be able to turn it on? Never be able to turn it on. I never really use it on retail, do I? I used it once when in the beta for that paladin, because it gave us extra 20%, I think it was, or 25. It was a large amount, but we never came across anyone. It felt like I was one of the only ones on that server. Would you rather only do solo content or only do group solo? I was looking this morning actually about my videos on the other channel, and like each one's done worse than the previous one, and I was just thinking what video to do next. It's going to have to be that Lord of the Rings one. It's in my head. I was getting a few other ideas of what to do, but I think it's going to have to be that. Just a more mentally taxing video though than the rest. Would you rather your main deleted or all your gold? See, on retail, I wouldn't care either way. On this, it'd have to be gold, because it takes that long to level. Would you rather only use greens forever or only use whites forever? Why on earth would you only pick whites? That's madness. I mean, you could change that to would you rather only play humans or orcs? No, that would be a more interesting question. For me, it'd be humans. Years ago, I would have picked orcs, but I like being in Stormwind and Ironforge. Then again, orc, I'd prefer as a warlock. I'd prefer them. What else would I prefer them as? Warrior. Human, I would prefer as rogue, probably. As male. Female, I'm not 100% sure. Like, the female orcs have grown on me with the right haircut. Obviously not as good looking as the human ones, but still. Would you rather a fun guild that's messy or a sweaty guild that's silent? Fun guild that's messy, probably. Don't really care about sweating, do I? Obviously. Need to get another 16 slaughter when I got 2. Ah, you little devil. Nope. Bastard. Is he one of the... No, he's not. Would you rather your guild chat never stops or it's dead silent forever? I'm not in a guild, but probably that it never stops because I don't have to look at it, but sometimes it can give you something to think about if you see something interesting in it. Very rare that ever happens, that I can think of someone said something which I've pondered on, but I mean, it's always a possibility, isn't it? Would you rather every drop you want, but only in LFR, or never get drops but clear mythic? Why on earth would I pick that then? I was going to get that, but he played that well, didn't he? Should we just pop to Shatra? Yeah, I think we'll pop there and get the flight path. Bit of a mooch, but don't mind on an early morning, do we? Little morning stroll there. That's quite a nice little scenery. Like coming from the contrast from Hellfire to Terracar Forest. Is it like 63 as you come here? Zang Marsh we could technically do now, but obviously we're not gonna. We'll do like, as many as possible as we can in Hellfire. That's it. On a hold. Would you rather be forced to pug forever or forced to only play with friends? Play with friends. Or no? Depends. On classic friends, on retail, they don't play it, so it'd have to be pugs. Would you rather live in Storm and Orgrimmar? We already answered this, and that is by clear. I wonder if anyone... I suppose there would be, wouldn't there? People who are massively hard, but I'd find that baffling to rather live in Orgrimmar than Stormwind. Like, why would you want that? Stormwind is so much better than Orgrimmar. Quite nice, isn't it? Looking through the canopies. The light coming down. Would you rather be stuck in the Barrens forever or Stranglethorn Vale forever? See, if I was questing, even then, I don't know. I'm going towards Stranglethorn Vale because it's got Booty Bay. So I'm thinking of me as a human, if I had to live there, if this was real life. Because then it's got more stuff I could get. It's got like the 2 bases, hasn't it? But if it's like a character's point of view, I'd maybe go with the Barrens because it's got 3 dungeons in it. Wailing Cabin, Razorfen Crawl, and what's the other one? Razorfen Downs. Right, we just need the flight path from here.
What's on your mind? What's your back? Be good.
I wonder if people are still queuing. Let's have a look.
Great to meet you.
42 minutes, that's a no then. Right, where is she?
Warm wishes to you.
Good. Because sometimes it might not have got it. Like, it might have said, oh, you need one in here. But obviously there's not one that's right next to it. It's down there. So we're good. This is just handy so I can get back to Stormwind. So actually, we'll go and get a 16 slot bag. And see what else is on the auction house. We might actually go into Ironforge. Yeah, we'll go to Ironforge. I haven't been there for a while. I like it here. Because it's a completely different aesthetic to what the rest of them. I suppose it is somewhat like Undercity in terms of both underground. I suppose each one is sort of like another one. Orgrimmar is sort of like the Stormwind. This is like Undercity. And then Darnassus is like the Thunderbluff. They're all like each version's contrast, if you get what I mean. I'd never even thought of that before. But it is the case, isn't it? I used to love it when this place used to be like really busy. During the original vanilla, loads of people gathered round here. Then we used to sneak on our undead rogues and look at people. When you saw people in rank 14, then it was unbelievable. Right, we'll get a bag first. I'm sure that's cheaper than the hard side. Should we get that, or is it a bit too much? 36 gold. Because Netherweave will be what, 7? Mooncloth. I like the Mooncloth look at that. But yeah, this one's cheaper, so we'll go with that. Armour. Cloth. Usable. Saying that there might not be that much. Legs, chest, and what's that? Feet, I think, isn't it? Frozen Wrath, none of that sort of stuff. Maybe like Eagle we'd want. Oh, our chest is actually alright, isn't it? Yeah, we won't need that then. Requires tailoring. Stamina, intellect. More intellect, less stamina. Increase spell, that's decent then. We don't really need spirit. It's only by 14. Why is it so cheap? We'll get that. Feet. All this stuff like fire protection, and that's really annoying. Shadow Wrath. I don't really mind that what we've got on there. what's it called? Oh, just quarry boots. Invoker. Intellect. No. We want stamina as well, don't we? Right, what's in the miscellaneous? See if there's any rings. We're best off really wait until 61, I suppose. When you get more of the TBC stuff that's dropped. Right, for now, what we've got will do. We've got a couple of items in the bags. We've got what I originally came for. Oh, we could put that stuff in the bank as well, actually. No, wrong one.
You got my attention.
Put all this in, and then all the... I don't need those. All the greens and all the mats. That can be vended. I don't even know what that's for. I think it was a quest somewhere. Angora Creator pops into my head. Don't need that. That's... we do need. We need that as well. Alright. Yeah, we can go back now. That's that sorted. Would you rather quest in Duskwood at night or forever? Would you rather quest in Duskwood at night forever or at Desolate at noon forever? Duskwood. Easy. I love Duskwood. Desolate is a dreadful zone. It always feels like there's a lot of nothing before you do anything. Whereas Duskwood's quite... it's decent enough for quests. I wish there was more, because it's one of those zones which I enjoy spending my time there. So I'd want more to do. I suppose that's like the case with a lot of vanilla zones though, isn't it? There's only really the Barrens, which you spend ages in. What we got here then? Right, kill that commander. Would you rather only farm in Zangmarsh or only farm in the Grand? Farm? I mean, the obvious answer is in the Grand, isn't it? The Grand is good, but some of the quests can be slightly annoying. At the killing ones, when it's like kill 30 of these, 30 of that. That gets reduced in Wrath to a better number. Can't remember what. I think they might half it. I'm not sure. And on the one hand, it's sort of good because you know what the crack is. Like, you know you're staying in a set place for ages. And you're not searching for quests. You've just got to just get it done. That's more of a useful thing in vanilla, if I'm honest, though, because it's not like in TBC you run out of quests, is it? Might as well give him that. Not like me having a jelly. Archmajor. Oh. Ah, nice one. Does he need this one? Yeah, he does. Is that going to charge at me? Don't really like those mechanome mounts. He hits for a lot. Nice, 65. What's he doing around here at 65? Thank you, mate W. Didn't know why I put the W on the end. Right, 5 more of those. It's not too bad. Got there in the end, didn't we? So, weather wrap. Be a difficult place to attack that. I suppose it wouldn't necessarily be from the front, but from here it would. You can only get so many troops up there at once while they're firing at you. Would you rather only do content in rain zones or only in snow? Rain, probably. Because you could do anywhere with it raining, where snow's the same aesthetic, isn't it?
Time is money, friend. Hurry back. Glad I could help.
This one's an alright one. And by alright, I mean easy to do. There we go. Might as well go around to do these on the way around to that quest to hand in. Would you rather have your hair set to Goldshire or Crossroads forever? On this Goldshire. On the Horde. The Crossroads. Crossroads used to be a decent one though, because you can get the world buff from there, can't you? One of them. Don't think you can get them both. Look at the size of that. That is a massive bar, isn't it? Look at the size of it compared to me. Right, you go and get him. I feel like I'm missing something when I look at the top right. What did we used to have yesterday? Was it like a world buff or something? I don't know. Just looks barren. Would you rather only use boat zeppelins or only use portals? Portals, easier. We got there 61. Oh, hunter. We'll see a lot of hunters. Those and warlocks. Supposed to be the two easiest classes to play. That's what ChatGPT told me. I asked it. It says warlocks, hunters, and ret paladins. I've always liked warlocks, but I've never really get them to max level. I don't know why. I always say like warlocks and rogues in vanilla, but then I'll get rogue to 60, but not warlock for some reason. That's a nice little image. Should we get that one? No, I could do it after because I don't like my void being in it. Not with his name anyway. I suppose I could just get rid of that. Hello. Foreman Bigham's. You get that quite often. Every time like I sort of look up like that, it just looks like such a good picture with seeing that light. I quite like that. Might as well be a bloody cameraman. That's not done it. I did this yesterday. I took a screenshot and then when I looked on where the pictures are, it's not there.
can I do for you?
Don't know what to use. Obviously that's better for damage, but stamina's good for a Warlock.
Have a good one.
I'll use it. Right, we need more bar meat, and what else do we need? Only a couple more debris. Did I just hear like a... I thought I felt a tremor then. But he wouldn't come this close, would he? The Fell Reaver, I don't think. So have a little look at the view, shall we? Can just see on a hold. That's the tower where you can go in. I think there's an enchanting trainer and maybe herbalism one. They have got the music spot on, haven't they, for this? The only one that doesn't suit... Where were we? Was it on retail? I think it was. And I was like, what on earth is this music? It sounded like a computer game. Can't remember where it was. I think it might have been a dungeon. And I just heard it in the background. And I was like, what's that? There was one zone which didn't make any sense. But the rest of it, for like, yeah, 99% of WoW, the music is perfect for the zones. Ooh, that little item there. Oh, that's just what we picked up before. I like it when you get a little green on here. Can vendor for quite a lot. I suppose we're not vendoring, are we? We're saving it for enchanting. It's finding the mix to get that up. Is it better to buy the dust or to run all dungeons and get the greens and disenchant them yourself? It's like, what's quicker or more efficient? I tend to prefer running all the dungeons on melee characters. Prefer doing it in Wrath, to be fair. When there's a more variation of moves. Another thing that's good in Wrath is being able to solo dungeons. I love doing that while leveling. When I had a warrior as prot and just did it, I think was it the revenge build, then you can go all the way up to 60 just doing solo dungeons. You need decent gear though. But it's a good laugh, that. I had a warrior, just did that, got to 60 and then just stopped it. Just because I enjoyed that process. I wasn't bothered about getting it to max level. It's one of the things I don't necessarily like about retail is how everything scales to you. So like we could have tried to done the same on our paladin that we're leveling. I'd gone through SFK and worked our way up Scarlet Monastery and what have you, but it's all the same level, so we can't really do it. I was actually going to see what would happen if we went in there, but I forgot to do it. And see if could we actually do any of it. But I don't think you can. I'm sure I went in on a character and just almost died straight away, with them all being elite. I don't know which character it was though. It wasn't the paladin, because I would have just bubbled and got out, so it must have been Rogue Demon Hunter or something. Right. I was looking for my bloody mount then. My flying mount, because I was chatting about retail. Confused myself. Would you rather fight in Ashenvale forever or Aretha Highlands? Oh, it's a tricky one. I'm drawn more to Ashenvale at the moment. Yeah, we'll go with Ashenvale. There's something about that place that feels quite magical. I was reading another book yesterday to try and help me. Why has nobody told me this before? By Dr. Julie Smith, just over there. That's a good book. She has some good information. I watch her on some podcasts, and she breaks things down very well for you to understand. You often find with like different psychologists and all these people who tell you things. A lot of the time, they might all be telling you the same information, but sometimes one just tells you it in a way that hits with you. Ooh. Go away. That might be a good one. Yeah, I think we've got it. Why don't they ever attack each other? Like wild mobs on this. Imagine that if like other things attacked each other, the world would be chaos. Be good to see though. Go and get him. You've come a long way. Oh, maybe you haven't, if you came from the end. I can't fear that one, can I? You come across onto this one. Because that one's going to die in a sec. Wand him then. Right, head back over here. Would you rather always be in a crowded shard or always alone in the world? Probably crowded shard. Depends how crowded we're talking. Like if it's crazy busy, then alone, because obviously I want to get quests done, but I don't... The world feeling alive is part of it, even if you don't interact with people. Would you rather be a human paladin forever or undead warlock forever? Paladin. Actually, depends what version of the game. Wrath onwards, human paladin.
What's up? Hurry back!
Vanilla TBC, undead warlock.
Keep it real. Hurry back!
How much of this meat we got left to do? A lot. Next door neighbour's dog barking again. Would you rather always be a Tauren sized or gnome sized? That's a good one. Because of the classes I'm playing at the moment, I'd say gnome, because I'm playing rogue and warlock on these. So that suits being small. Being a Tauren rogue would be a bit mental, massive. So yeah, I'd go with that. On retail, if I was paladin, then I'd probably go with like Tauren sized, because like DK, Pally, all that sort of stuff suits being big. Like a small paladin and a small DK is just like, no, that's not right, is it? I love stuff like that. Little greys that stuck at that vendor, 1 gold 84. And stuff like that I enjoy about Classic as well. So, that's a nice image. Gets in the way him. Go and get him. Still feels like a proper zone, this one. I'm not sure when it stops feeling like it. I think it's cut out onwards. The zones, some of them can be beautiful, but don't feel like proper zones. Whereas this still does. Like you can sort of imagine the history and the wars and things that went on here. And like the aftermath of things feels real. Whereas from Cataract onwards, I don't think it does. Still beautiful, but they feel like what they are, zones in a game. That could be worth a video. When did WoW zones lose their magic? We're onto something there. And we could say that, couldn't we? We could go on about, bring up some of the vanilla TBC and Wrath zones and say how they still feel it that way across those expansions, and then reference like the Cata ones and say how that's when they started to lose it. And then what we could use, say like Oldham, Twilight Highlands and that. I think that's a good idea. I might do that script and give that one to the lad that runs a channel with me. I'll do the script myself and then send him that one. And I will do the Lord of the Rings one. I'll put that on my whiteboard. I've got a whiteboard over there. Where if an idea like that comes to me, I just write it down. I finally took my Christmas tree down. It's a bit depressing, really. Quite liked having that there.
Yo, keep it real. Glad I could help. Hurry back.
Right, we'll leave this there for now. And what will I do? Oh no, we'll take it over here and have a little chat while we're heading. We might as well get some more rested. That's a good thing as well with taking your time. Is like you're leveling quicker when you actually play because you're getting 200%. That's such a good image, that when you're looking up and you're coming back to here. So it's good to like come on and off, and then each time not only are you leveling quicker because of the rested, you're enjoying it more because you're taking that break from it. It's like if you spend all day with somebody, they're going to start to do your head in. Whereas if you have a little break from them, saying that, I'd need a long break from spending time with anyone probably. Nothing to do with them, it's just I like to unwind. Right, we got out to do. Vendor that. I think that's it really.
King's honor, friend.
Oh yeah, we're not doing that, are we? We're not vendoring greens. Right, that'll do. I'll probably go on retail later this evening and try and smash out the last 10 levels on the Paladin. Enjoy your Sunday.